This week we're studying the lab 2, which is celestial coordinate. We'll be using a website and it's in red out here. This week lab we're going to use YourSky, and this is the website that we're going to be using, and I'm going to give you just an idea how to work up efficiently with the website. It's not hard, but one of the things I want you to first discover is you can actually select your location. For now, for example, I'm going to select the nearby city, and I can go down maybe for the United States and select Atlanta, Georgia. So immediately the website is going to give me how the sky looks when I look around Atlanta. Now, as you're going to see, there are different things out there. The yellow part, as you can see, these are going to be uh, um, constellations, and this purple one, these are stars. You're going to see a red one over here. This is the ecliptic, and you're going to see also over here the equator. Here for me now it's blue. Now, some of the questions we are going to deal with are going to ask you about the stars that are located maybe near the equator or maybe near the ecliptic. Now, as you can see, we don't have enough stars. We can increase the number of stars that we can see by just going down over here and looking for the name, the magnitude. Over here, for example, if I want many stars with their name, I can just actually increase this number. Let's say maybe do 4. I'm going to do also 4 over here. So which means I'm going to see more stars, and I'm going to click update. Okay. Now when I do update, as you're going to see, you're going to see more stars. And you can select some star that you see near the ecliptic. I'm going to just choose one near the ecliptic over here. Let's say, for example, this one. And you can look over here, you can see the ecliptic. And you can actually choose the star that is nearby. Let's say, for example, this one. And the star is going to give me the rate ascension and the declination. So you can choose different stars. In this case, I'm going to go back over here, and you can do the same thing for the equatorial plane. Maybe let me just choose one over here, something over here. You click around, and as you can see, you see the green line, which is the equator, and you can click on the star that you like. For example, over here, I'm going to choose this alpha. Okay, and you can be able to tell by the declination that is very small because the object is near the equator. So I can go back now. You can see how you can be able to find stars and near the equator or near the ecliptic. Now I'm going to put back where I had, because this was a little bit too large. Sometimes I don't need all those many stars. Now the next set of questions are going to deal with constellations. Now if you have just to deal with constellations, you can just ignore the stars. So I'm going to remove the stars because I don't really need them. I'm going to keep the constellations, and I can even remove the moons and the planets so that I can get something that is a little bit clearer. And you can just basically update. Okay, now different questions are going to ask us what happened when we change the date and when we change the month and time. So what you are going to be working on especially will be the time. So whenever they ask you to change the time, you can just change this universal time and see what happened. My suggestion will be, whenever you change the time, to be able to know which constellation is changing, I ask you just maybe to click maybe print screen, control and print screen, maybe copy it like in a Word document, and you'll be able to compare it with previous picture that we have. You'll be able to see how the constellation move as you move from time to time or as you move from month to month, and you'll be able to actually say which planet is moving, which one stay longer, which one actually disappear. The other set of questions ask you to follow up some planets, and for that I'm going to just keep the planets and ignore the constellations. So I'm going to remove the checks for constellation and then update. Okay, now if you look over there, you're going to see planet. These are the planets, and you may wonder which planet am I dealing with. If you look over here, we know the meaning of each symbols. Like the sun is look like this, Mercury look like this, like the one we see is like Neptune. So you're going to go back now and actually look at the over here. For example, Neptune is visible at this location, and all these planets can be seen. So you're going to select one. Maybe if you see, for example, this Neptune, for example, over here, and if you look down at a particular time, you're going to be able to see actually the right ascension and the declination. And what you do, you can basically change the time. So remember, they want you to be 9 o'clock p.m. So we are going to write 21. That's the meaning of basically of 9 p.m. and we are going to update. Okay, and then you're going to change the dates. You can change another date, the 27, 29, depending on the time. And anytime you change, you update it, and you can go down to be able to see the right ascension and the declination. And you can look at the map to see if you can be able to view it, because as time goes, some of the planet will be visible and sometimes the planet will not be visible. For the last part of the lab, you'll be asked to find the name of the constellations and name of stars that are missing on the graph. So what you do is you're going to change the time, and these are indicated in the lab. You're going to be asked, depending on the seasons where you are, you'll be asked to change the time. Let's say, for example, I'm going to do like 7 p.m. So this is going to be 1/9, and we're going to update it, and we are going to adjust it until the picture that you see here will be similar to the picture that you have in the book. So from there you'll be able to identify which one is A, B, C, D, E, depending. For example, some of them will be constellations, some of them will be like major stars, most of them will have alpha, beta. These are major stars from the constellations. So make sure the picture that you see here is similar to the picture that you have in the back of the book, so you can be able to make a one-to-one map between the stars that we have on the picture with names here and the one that's in the book, so that you can see which one are missing. I hope you'll be able to understand it, and if you have some questions, just email the instructor and that will be okay.